Hey guys, it's Robin and welcome back to my channel. Before I get into the video, I just want to say if you guys would be so kind as to subscribe to my channel for more videos, I would appreciate it so much. Today I want to talk to you about a book that I finished recently, and that is Heart of the Storm by Michael Buckley. This is the third in the Undertow trilogy. I actually have a review and kind of talk up for the first, which was Undertow. I'll put that in the cards and also down in the description down below if you want to check that out. But today I'm going to be talking about Heart of the Storm by Michael Buckley. As I said, this is the third in his Undertow series. The first was Undertow and the second was Raging Sea. This one came out in February of this year, 2017. Size-wise, this is quite a bit smaller than the first two books. Undertow was just a bit bigger than this, and Raging Sea I felt like was a lot bigger. But this book starts out 3 months after the second book ends, and then it kind of flip-flops. So we have the first chapter is 3 months after everything that happened in Raging Sea, and then the next chapter is directly after what happened in Raging Sea. So it goes from the past, or from the present to the past, and we kind of figure out what happens to Lyric after Raging Sea. So about halfway through, it goes chapter to chapter from present to past until we get about halfway through, and then we're pretty much caught up with everything that's gone on in the past 3 months for Lyric. In this one, we have a new bad guy. So there's been like a new bad guy in pretty much every single book, which I think is, I don't know, maybe a bit much, but at the same time, it made sense for the storyline and it gave us more to read about and think about. But Lyric encounters the new bad guys here when she is in the ocean, and she has to race to the shore to kind of save everybody, save her family, and pretty much the entire world. I personally feel like this book could have been quite a bit longer. We could have had quite a bit more explanations, and everything could have been wrapped up just a tiny bit more nicely than it was. Because this is the final book in the series, I feel like the ending gave us closure, but also left me with a few questions. Like, it gave me closure and at the same time it didn't. I actually quite enjoyed the ending. I don't want to spoil anything, and telling you guys the ending would definitely be a big spoiler, but I enjoyed the ending. I thought that it gave me closure, and also I love how, I mean, there was quite a bit of romance in this trilogy, but this particular book there wasn't, which was kind of nice. It was more just about Lyric and her struggles and just kind of trying to get through things, which in this situation that she's in, like trying to protect the entire world, I don't see very many people actually, you know, with thinking about all these boy troubles. Like, there was definitely a lot more romance in the first and second book than in this book. We get to find out what happens to all of Lyric's family, her mom, dad, Bex, and a lot of the kids that were in Raging Sea. Everything gets kind of tied up nice. There were a couple of deaths in the book as well. I'm not going to spoil and tell you who they were, but that happened. All in all, I feel like this trilogy as a whole was pretty good. It took me only hours, like a few hours to read this book. It didn't even take me a full day. Like I said, it's kind of a small book. It is a total of 304 pages, so it was a really quick read. I feel like Raging Sea was definitely the longest book in this trilogy, which is the second book. I didn't like that one as much as I liked the first and the third books. I definitely liked this one and the first book quite a bit more than Raging Sea. Raging Sea, I felt like we could have cut out quite a bit of what actually went on. Like, the whole time they were going cross country and like stealing things, and like I feel like that entire bit could have just been cut out of the book and we still would have been fine. Like, the only positive that we got from that was seeing more of Arcade. So this, I believe, was Michael Buckley's first young adult trilogy. I believe the other books that he's written are more middle grade. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what I think anyways. all in all, I feel like for his first young adult series, I think he did a really good job. I think the world building was really good. Sometimes I got a little bit confused with the descriptions that he gave with the creatures, and it's just like I didn't get the mental image that I usually do when reading. The worlds he built really nicely, and I like the characters that he has created for us. I really like Lyric's and Beck's dynamic. It's just a really nice best friend duo that I kind of wish I had had when I was that age, you know? Because all girls need a best friend. I also love the support and love that her mom and dad give her. They are definitely there for her, and I love that aspect that he's created in there. Because, I mean, a lot of these young adult stories have, you know, deadbeat parents, or there's just a lot of problems, and this one, she just is surrounded by so much love, and I love that, because that kind of gives us an idea of the kind of person that Lyric is, and how she's been raised really affects how she reacts and the actions that she takes in these books. Overall, I would say I give Heart of the Storm a 3.5 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed it. It was fun and quick and something that you read when you're in between books, I feel like. I think that it wrapped the entire series up fairly nicely. Maybe not perfectly, but it gave me enough closures that I am satisfied. I recommend this trilogy from Michael Buckley, the Undertow trilogy. I don't know, I just feel like it's a unique book series about mermaids and different sea creatures. So if you're really into mermaids and that type of thing, this kind of gives us a darker aspect of that. So I recommend this book, this trilogy. I will link it down below if you want to go check it out. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye.